Do you want to manage your money like the rich? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to a journey through the financial wisdom of Dave Ramsey, a renowned expert and advocate for financial freedom. His 5 rules for managing money have transformed countless lives, leading individuals from the chains of financial stress to the freedom of financial independence. The importance of managing money wisely cannot be overstated. It's the difference between living paycheck to paycheck and building wealth that lasts. It's the bridge between financial stress and financial freedom. It's not just about having money, but about making money work for you. Dave Ramsey's 5 rules are a blueprint for success, a roadmap towards financial freedom. They are practical, they are proven, and they are powerful. Today, we will break down these 5 rules, making them easy to understand and apply in your everyday life. So sit tight, and let's embark on this journey towards financial freedom together. The first rule is a simple one: live below your means. Now, what does that mean exactly? Living below your means is all about creating a gap between what you earn and what you spend. It's about having control over your finances, rather than letting your finances control you. This doesn't mean you have to live a life of deprivation, far from it. It's about making smart decisions, being mindful of where your money is going, and prioritizing your financial goals. So, how do you live below your means? It starts by understanding the difference between wants and needs. Needs are things that are essential for survival, like food, shelter, and healthcare. Wants, on the other hand, are things that are nice to have but not essential. Designer clothes, the latest gadgets, expensive vacations, these are all wants. Moving on to the second rule: invest in things you understand. Picture this: you're in a casino, and you've never played poker before. Would you bet your life savings on a game you don't understand? Probably not. So, why would you invest your hard-earned money in something you don't comprehend? This rule is all about reducing risk and fortifying your chances of a successful investment by sticking to what you know. Investing in something that you understand means that you have a clear picture of how it works, its market, the competition, the risks, and the potential returns. It's like knowing the ins and outs of poker before you place your bet. You understand the rules, the odds, and the strategies, which significantly boosts your chances of winning. Now let's take a look at the world's most successful investor, Warren Buffett. He is a classic example of this rule in action. Buffett invests in businesses he understands. He once famously said, "I don't invest in what I don't understand." And it's this principle that has guided his investment strategy and contributed to his enormous success. So, how can you apply this rule in your investment journey? Start by identifying your areas of expertise or interest. Maybe it's technology, or real estate, or the stock market. Dive deep. Learn all there is to know. Understand the trends, the key players, and the potential pitfalls. This knowledge will empower you to make smart, informed decisions about your investments. And remember, investing isn't about making a quick buck. It's a long-term game. It's about patience, persistence, and consistency. But most importantly, it's about understanding. It's also worth noting that understanding doesn't mean you have to be an expert. It means being comfortable with the investment, knowing its pros and cons, and being confident in your decision. So next time you're considering an investment, ask yourself, do I understand this? If the answer is no, then perhaps it's not the right investment for you. And that's okay. There are plenty of investment opportunities out there. The key is to find the ones that align with your knowledge, interests, and financial goals. Investing in what you understand not only reduces risk, but also empowers you to make informed decisions about your money. The third rule is to create a plan and follow it. Just as a captain needs a map to navigate the seas, you need a financial plan to navigate your money matters. This plan is your roadmap, guiding you towards your financial goals. Be it buying a house, sending your children to college, or retiring comfortably. Without a plan, you're like a ship lost at sea, tossed around by the waves of financial uncertainty. Creating a financial plan is not rocket science. It's essentially about understanding where you are now, where you want to be, and how you're going to get there. It's about setting SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. It's about budgeting, tracking your expenses, investing wisely, and reducing debt. But creating a plan is just half the battle won. The real challenge lies in sticking to it. This is where discipline and consistency come into play. Just like a workout routine or a diet plan, a financial plan requires consistent commitment. It's about making a habit of saving, investing, and spending wisely. It's about resisting the temptation of impulsive purchases and unnecessary splurges. It's about making conscious choices every day that align with your financial goals. Now you may wonder, what if my plan doesn't work? Well, a financial plan is not set in stone. It's a living document that needs to be reviewed and adjusted periodically based on changes in your income, expenses, life circumstances, and financial goals. So if your plan doesn't seem to be working, don't be disheartened. Review it, identify the gaps, make necessary adjustments, and keep moving forward. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your wealth be. It's a journey that requires patience, perseverance, and persistence. It's about taking one step at a time, consistently, towards your financial goals. So, don't just dream about financial freedom, plan for it, act on it, because, in the end, it's not about how much money you make, but how well you manage it. Remember, a dream without a plan is just a wish, so make a plan and stick to it. The fourth rule is to avoid debt. This statement might seem obvious, but let's delve into why it's so crucial. Debt, in many ways, is like a financial quagmire. It's easy to fall into, but incredibly difficult to get out of. Imagine you're on a journey to a destination known as financial freedom. Debt is the heavy backpack you're carrying that's filled with stones. The more you accumulate, the heavier your burden becomes, slowing you down and making the journey more strenuous. It's like running a marathon with a weighted vest. Sure, you might finish the race, but at what cost? The pitfalls of debt are numerous. High interest rates can turn a seemingly manageable debt into a monstrous financial burden. You might think you're just borrowing a small amount, but with time, the accumulated interest can make it a mountain you're struggling to pay off. Another pitfall is that debt can lead to a vicious cycle. You borrow money to pay off other debts, and before you know it, you're stuck in a whirlwind of debt, interest, and stress. This cycle can hinder your financial growth significantly, as funds that could have been invested elsewhere are used to service the debt. Avoiding debt, on the other hand, contributes to financial freedom in several ways. It frees up your income, allowing you to invest in opportunities that can grow your wealth. Without the burden of debt payments, you can also build an emergency fund, providing a safety net for unexpected expenses. Moreover, living debt-free offers peace of mind. You're no longer at the mercy of creditors, and you're free to make independent financial decisions. It's like being able to run that marathon without the weighted vest on your shoulders. The journey to financial freedom is not easy. It requires discipline, sacrifice, and a keen understanding of how money works. But one of the most effective ways to get there is by avoiding debt. As Dave Ramsey famously said, "Debt is dumb, cash is king." So avoid debt whenever possible. This rule may be challenging to follow, but it's a critical step towards achieving financial freedom. The fifth and final rule is to save and give. Now you might be wondering, save and give? Isn't that a contradiction? Well, not quite. Let's break it down. First off, saving. It's all about looking towards the future, preparing for what's ahead. It's like planting seeds today for a harvest tomorrow. It's about setting aside a portion of your earnings not for immediate gratification, but for long-term security. It's about creating a safety net that can catch you when life throws a curveball. It's about ensuring that you won't have to start from scratch should an unexpected event occur. But saving isn't just about squirreling away every penny you earn. It's about balance. It's about understanding that while it's important to prepare for the future, it's equally important to live in the present. It's about knowing when to save and when to spend. Now, let's talk about giving. Some might find it odd that giving is part of a strategy for managing money like the rich. But truth be told, some of the wealthiest individuals are also the most generous. Giving is not just about charity. It's about understanding that wealth isn't just about accumulation, it's about circulation. It's about sharing what you have with others, not out of obligation, but out of gratitude. Giving back to the community creates a cycle of positivity. It fosters goodwill, promotes generosity, and encourages others to do the same. It's about understanding that true wealth isn't measured by how much you have, but by how much you give. So, Rule 5, save and give. It's a simple concept, but it's profound. It's about understanding that managing money isn't just about amassing wealth. It's about creating a meaningful, balanced, and generous life. Remember, the goal of financial freedom isn't just to amass wealth, but to use that wealth to make a positive impact. And there you have it. Dave Ramsey's 5 rules to manage your money like the rich. They're not just rules, but rather, they're stepping stones to a path of financial freedom, a beacon of light guiding you through the foggy terrain of financial decisions. To recap, the first rule is to live below your means. It's about understanding that wealth isn't about extravagant spending, but about smart saving. The wealthy know the importance of not spending more than they earn, and so should you. Secondly, invest in things you understand. It's not about jumping on every investment bandwagon that comes along, but about making informed and educated decisions. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your finances. The third rule is to create a plan and follow it. It's about setting your financial goals and working towards them with a clear and defined strategy. A plan provides direction. It's your roadmap to wealth. Fourth, avoid debt like the plague. Remember, debt is a wealth killer. It's like a hole in your wallet constantly draining your resources. The rich understand this and do their best to stay debt-free. And finally, the fifth rule is to save and give. Building wealth isn't just about accumulating money, but also about giving back. It's about understanding that true wealth is measured not just by how much you have, but also by how much you give. These rules aren't just for the rich, they're for anyone who wants to take control of their financial future. It's never too late to start, and the best time to begin is now. Remember, wealth isn't about luck, it's about making conscious decisions every day. It's about understanding the rules of the game and playing it smart. Start managing your money like the rich today, and take the first step towards achieving your financial freedom. Thanks for watching.